Here we go. So this is going to be a haul on What Now Democrats. So I'm sure I'm in a predominantly Democratic audience right now, but I'm not worried about it. I want to listen to their autopsy, see if they learned their lessons, or see if it's going to get worse. Hey, Democrat for president? It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, looked for me online yesterday. I didn't find me.
Okay. So let's see what they say. Will they learn their lesson, or are they going to double down? Wow, a lot of people here. I guess it says it all. Arthur's going to go all the way to the back. This is a very... I wonder if they're going to find out... Oh, yes.
Do you think we have a demagogue in the White House right now?
No. How do you define demagogue?
Look in the history.
No. How do you define? How do you define?
Demagogue is somebody that doesn't go by the rule of law.
That sounds like Hillary Clinton. I'm glad she lost.
No.
Yes. Ask the Bernie supporters. They got robbed.
Take all your baggage.
Okay, you have baggage, so leave. Okay. That's you, not me. We got another runner. This ought to be interesting. Okay. I wonder if the Democratic Party is going to realize that throwing working Americans under the bus is probably what killed their chances. Let's see what happens. This ought to be fun. All right, I guess it's in the back. Are you the Los Angeles guy?
No.
Oh, you're somebody else. Okay. No problem. Sorry, everybody. Like I said, I brought a lot of bags. But not baggage. Yes.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah.
I'm going live here, so just give an FYI. Are you guys Democrats?
Independent right now.
Independent? I don't blame you. Were you Democrats before?
Allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly. And then Bernie got robbed, right? Terribly. I mean, it's people should be in a jail for what happened. Debbie's under investigation right now, you know. You know, if Bernie Sanders had used as much energy going after Russia as he did going after the DNC, we'd be a much better world.
All I care about is whether or not he's going to make another run.
Do you want him to run again?
If he does.
You want him to run? Okay. That's fine. What do you like about Bernie?
To be honest, when I first got involved in 2016, it was, I didn't really care, but about October, when there was allegations of like cheating, the competition being one-sided.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, now I'm going to help the underdog.
You help. Who did you, Jill or Gary?
I'm sorry?
Did you help Joe Stein or Gary Johnson?
No, Bernie.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wrote his name in?
Not in November. I want to go here.
Okay. I've done that a few times in this state. I've had to write in my candidate, but it doesn't matter because of the top two.
What about you? Been Republican in the past, or?
Yes. Up to now, I'd never had to worry about even considering a Democrat until the top two pushed out all the Republicans in a lot of the key races.
Yeah, I disagree with the top two.
Yes. I was telling one person there's a stoptop2.com website. There's a movement to stop it, and I'm on board with it. I've never felt so disenfranchised. It's like the whole system's getting rigged, just to benefit corporate, corrupt Democrats who have been bought by big oil, big business, big amnesty, big labor, and little guys are not having the voice that they should have. So I wonder what they're going to talk about. I'm just so excited. Sure. Thank you. What's your name?
Evan.
Arthur. I'm from Torrance, California. What about you?
Anaheim.
Oh, wow. Orange County. Awesome. I'm probably like the only Trump hat here. I saw another Trump hat over there. Okay. So.
Yeah, there was a couple more you guys like up run over.
Okay. They're probably enjoying the show like me.
Yeah, the main reason
Was Trump your first choice?
He was my fourth, actually.
Who was your first, second, and third?
Scott Walker. He beat down big labor. Then it was Bobby Jindal. I wanted an executive, someone with experience. My long-term choice was Ted Cruz. And when he blew out in Indiana, I said, okay, I'll support Trump. I wasn't excited about it at first because I didn't trust him. But after I saw what he did for the families who lost loved ones to illegals, that's the Remembrance Project, I said, I'm an enthusiastic Trump supporter, and it's gotten better every day. I love him. Are you a Democrat, an independent?
I like to call myself a militant moderate. I voted for Democrats, Republicans
Okay.
all my life.
So you've been all over the map. That's fine.
I like to be critical about lots of different issues.
Sure.
See what the problem is. I find a lot of folks on the right and left they trivialize a lot of issues that are more nuanced and require more, less sexy answers. For example,
No Twitter feeds. We want real answers.
Yeah, I find some of the more boring politicians to be some of my favorite politicians. The ones who are, you don't see them on Sunday shows every week.
Let me preface really quick. Did you vote for a candidate for president?
I did, yeah.
May I ask?
I voted for John Kasich
In the primary.
Okay. And then I voted for Hillary Clinton.
You voted for Hillary.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
But not this Hillary, not the Hillary that we saw in 2016. I voted for the Hillary that was the senator and Secretary of State because I thought she was so phony.
Wait a minute, but you voted for her for president.
Yeah.
But that's the one you voted for. You have to admit. You voted for crooked Hillary to public position, private position Hillary. You have to acknowledge.
You're right. Honestly, I'm a big free trader. I believe free trade is a good thing.
You support NAFTA? Did you support the TPP?
I did, yeah.
You did support it?
I did. I think that the trade deficits that we have in the United States are not as a result of bad trade deals. They're a result of fiscal deficits at the federal level. And all the research suggests that the reason that we have trade deficits with other countries is because the federal government spends more than it takes in.
That's a problem.
It's an economic theory that basically when your country is spending more than it takes in, that has to be financed somehow. Somebody needs to finance that, and we finance that through foreigners who are buying our bonds.
And a lot of currency manipulation, or printing fiat money. Who are we cheering for?
Thank you.
Are there any Republicans up there?
No.
Wow. They should have Republicans up there too. Oh, it's Cenk. Oh my God. Everybody, that's Cenk, Eager in the middle. I saw the election day meltdown. It was funny. I'm not blocking the line.
So welcome to What Now, Democrats. How many people were here yesterday? Just curious.
Oh, yeah.
So you may have heard me say this before, but when we started Politicon year one, we had 138 tickets sold a couple of weeks ago. We ended up with about 10,000 people this year.
Wow.
Over the 2 months.
Everybody, we are at Politicon. Democrats, what next? That's what they're talking about.
People in Southern California, they really care about politics.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? Jen, you definitely your newbie. So Crystal is our moderator. She's an author, activist, TV host, and president of the People's House Project. Crystal Hall.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for skipping brunch to come see us. We appreciate it. So who is excited to fix the Democratic Party in Athens?
You guys are delusional.
No big deal. You've got the right panel here to take that on. I do have one ground rule here, if everybody agrees with us on the stage. This is a panel focused on what we can do to move the Democratic Party forward. We talk a lot about Trump in our daily lives. We talk a lot about Trump on the news. Let's not even say the word Trump. So with that, let's go ahead and get to introducing this fabulous panel. First, to my left, she is the first woman elected to represent the state of Minnesota in the United States Senate. Please welcome.
Oh, no kidding.
Next up, we have author, commentator, and one of the top political consultants ever in the United States of America, Bob Trump. Up next, we have the founder and CEO of the Young Turks and the host of the
Uru.
Hometown advantage, no fair. Next up, we have Democratic strategist, CNN political commentator, and national press secretary for Senator Bernie Sanders. And last but never least, we have political commentator for CNN and the Daily Beast named one of the 100 most influential
This is gonna be fun.
ever of all time, Sally Cohn.
Boo. Is it a she or a he?
So to set the stage, a couple of background facts, which I'm sure everybody on the panel and probably everyone in the room is familiar with. The problems in the Democratic Party go beyond one election. Over the past number of years, we've lost 1,000+ state legislatures, we've lost governor's mansions,
Yep.
we've lost control of the House, we have the smallest House caucus since Reconstruction,
Yep.
we've lost control of the Senate,
Yep.
and 60% of the country lives under complete GOP rule.
Isn't it great?
So the problems go deeper. I think we would all admit that one failed election in 2016. So to set the stage here, I'd love to get briefly, starting with you, Senator, and going down the line, from everybody. If you ask the average voter today what their impression, what their view of the Democratic Party is, what would they say, and what would you like them to say?
Well, I think that this has changed in the last
Senator
few
Paul
months as
Buchar
the party,
of Minnesota.
has evolved some. When you look at from day 2 after the inauguration, not saying a name, millions of people showed up to March, day 9 at the airports. I think it's changed some. I think if you ask them back after the election, they would use some words like stale and things like that. And I think now we are reaching a new point in our party, and it's only moving forward. And it's about resisting, but it's also about insisting on a better way forward. And that is about standing up for people and leaving no one behind, which sadly in this last election, I think there was too much of that going on. This time, we are geared up to have an economic-focused agenda that stands up for people and makes things better for the average person, because that, in the past, that is not what, sadly for us, even though we had the right policies, we stood for. And especially in the Midwest, where I am from, thank you. My husband is the third of 6 boys in his family, and there were so many kids in the station wagon that he would often get lost and left at a gas station.
Oh,
and
God.
They wouldn't notice it.
Start of a movie.
Exactly. And so this time, we are not going to let the Midwest get left at the gas station.
First, I would say that I agree with that, and I think that the fight Democrats have just made against the health proposal of he who shall not be named has helped to define.
His name is Trump.
Or begun the process of redefining the party to the country, and we now have to go out and, I believe, argue for, fight for, and stand for attacks on income inequality, for increasing the minimum wage, for actually creating genuine opportunities to go to college. My dad was a tool and die maker. I went to Georgetown and Harvard. That's really hard for someone now because the costs are just so absolutely out of control. And if you ask me what I'd like people to say next year and in 2020, I'd like people to say that we stand for both economic justice and social justice. I reject the fight that's gone on in some parts of the Democratic Party saying, oh, we have to be for one or the other. That's ridiculous. I mean, historically, this party has been the party that has been for both of those. And if we're not for those two things, then what the hell do we exist for?
Yeah.
Well, I love what Bob just said there, because if you're for social justice and economic justice, I guess I would make you a Justice Democrat. So, look, I'm going to be a little bit harsher in my assessment of the Democratic Party.
Good for him.
And I don't think that's going to surprise that many of you. So, I think that even Crystal's statement of their failures is an understatement. Lost the House, the Senate, the Supreme Court. They lost to a guy that had a 37% approval rating on the day of the election, which is unimaginable. They lost 69 out of the 99 state legislature.
Yes.
So with that stunning record of failure, they have to at least raise their hand and say, we are doing it wrong, and the American people, for whatever reason, don't like us. Let's figure out what that reason is. And I'll tell you what it is. So to your question, Crystal, they will say, if you ask them about the Democratic Party, they will say the establishment.
Yep.
And that is a miserable thing to say. So that is a label that is disastrous and will lead to far more electoral defeats. So what direction should they go? They should stop the corruption.
Yes. 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 Starting with Crooked Hillary.
Corruption.
Yes.
When you take money
Thank
from
God.
millionaires and billionaires,
I agree with him.
And corporations, you will represent them. We know that.
I can't clap. It's all jazz hands. Jazz hands. You heard it. Chang said it. The DNC is corrupt.
People get upset at me when I say it, but I'm the messenger. It doesn't matter what I say. What matters is what the American people actually believe, and they're showing it at the polls.
Yes.
So you get mad at me and go, no, we're not systemically corrupt. I took billions of dollars, but that didn't affect my vote at all. But then people won't show up to vote for you because they find that proposition comical. Absolutely comical. So which direction should we go? Complete and utter anti-corruption. We will not represent corporations. We will not represent the rich. We will represent the farmers.
There's an idea.
So last thing, if you're going to represent the voters, what do you do? It's actually exceedingly simple and with a great democratic advantage. Look at the polling. We win and crush on every issue.
No, you don't.
Social Security, 84%, Medicare, 77%. Whether it's against wars, against tax cuts for the rich, there's not an issue we lose on. Actually, run on those issues.
Wrong.
Medicare is at 77. Medicare for all is at 60%. The country is saying that is a government program that works. Let us in. Let us into Medicare. Why won't you just let us into Medicare? It's not hard. I mean, are you telling me that the position that 60% of the country agrees with? Now 61% say the government, the federal government, should run health care. What is difficult about this? And you know what it is.
Because it's not true.
It's the drug companies and the health
California, so real people don't also live in California. And folks are saying, so I think some of what people say about the party right now is they like that the party has stood up against healthcare, but they're not sure what the party is for. And so if you ask them, who is the Democratic Party for? I've been places
Hillary.
where they have said, well, they're not for working people. And
No, they're not.
To folks like myself and some other people who know what the Democratic Party says it stands for. But people will say that the Democratic Party doesn't actually stand for working people. They don't know what it stands for. So I would hope that, I know, right? It's shocking, right? It's sad. So I would hope, actually, Bob stole what I was going to say. I would hope that a year from now, 2 years from now, or heck, a month from now, people will say that the Democratic Party stands for working people. They stand for economic justice and social justice. They stand for people who believe that healthcare is a right, not a privilege. They stand for these basic human rights that's all we're talking about that people should have. And I think we can get there. I think the party has definitely made some fumbles, but I don't think they can't be fixed. And folks just have to be willing to come to the table and do things.
The party didn't just make fumbles, they fangled completely.
Well, I'll try to say something different. There's a lot of what I heard that I agree with. First of all, look, just to pick up where Chuck left off, I completely 1,100% agree campaign finance reform is a fundamental fix. We need to get control back of our democracy and take it away from big money interests. It remains interesting, though, that both parties take money from money interests and big business, and still I side with one party over the other. So in other words, it's not the extent to which that's, I don't know that voters are going out and saying, well, the Democrats take money from corporate interests, and therefore I'm going to vote for Republicans who take money from corporate interests. I do think it stops Democrats from upholding and living up to our true values.
Exactly.
Now, that being said, there's a lot of other things that stop the Democrats from upholding what I always believe were our true values, and that's my sense of, look, parties change, and the meaning of parties has changed over history. If you go into the other room where all the conservatives are, they'll tell you that once upon a time the Democrats were the party that opposed civil rights, opposed racial justice, and that's
Still
true.
do.
And, in 1964...
They're going with the switch again.
I actually thought that the Republicans and Democrats felt the same about racial justice, that the parties stood on the same position.
No, they
A
didn't.
year later, they said the Democrats are the party of racial justice.
No.
And as I was growing up as a Democrat in this country, I thought that the Democrats were the party of the underdog. That's what drew me to be a Democrat. The Democratic legacy in the 1960s, the 1970s, the 1980s, we were the party that stood for social justice and economic justice, and we stood for the underdog.
No, they didn't.
And what we've seen happen over time, and it didn't just start in this election, it was partly what happened under Obama, partly what happened under Rahm Emanuel's shepherding of Congress, partly what happened under Bill Clinton, was we saw the party of the people become the party of the elite. And we just had an election where, I'm not going to name it, but where a populist billionaire, or billionaire, we don't know.
Yes. Yes.
Populist with a few $1,000s in the bank. And
That's right.
A populist
Yes.
Republican beat an establishment elite Democrat. That is fundamentally, that reflects it's not just about who is a candidate, it's not just about selection, it reflects a misshaping of our party and what we stand for over time. I want us to, look, we are, I think, reorganizing as a country away from conventional left-right. We've seen this in this election, certainly, and the whole world is moving toward a more populism versus elite dynamic. And the question in this juncture is, are we going to be an inclusive populism, or are we going to be an exclusionary populism? And I want to see the Democrats be the party of participatory, inclusive, people-driven populism. That's the party that will do the right friggin' thing, and not just care about winning elections.
Oh, there you go.
It's not about saying we're different, it's about actually being different. And to your point, Sally, I think if you ask the average voter, and I live in Kentucky now, so I get to talk to regular folks a lot too. If you ask them, they will tell you that it is the party of elites and that we're condescending and out of touch.
Yes, you are.
There's truth to that caricature. It's not all true, but there's truth to that caricature. Is to the party's credit, there's an awareness that we can't just be against, we have to have a positive agenda, something you've been working very hard on, which I'm extremely grateful for. But as we roll out that new agenda, Better Deal, are Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer the right messengers?
No, they're not. They're terrible.
Okay, I think we need messengers from all over the country. And those messengers include our leadership, of course, but they also include mayors and people whom you might not have seen on TV before. And I think the Bernie Sanders campaign brought a lot of things to our party, but that was one of them. The need to have other voices, and especially voices. Nancy's from this state. Chuck is from another state on the East Coast, so I mean, you need voices in the middle. But I think just as important as that is what we're saying, and that this agenda has to be real, and it has to reflect this new economy, the gig economy, where people aren't just staying at one job, and they're going to have to bring their health care and bring their benefits with them and find ways to save. I think it's about, as our friends up here so beautifully said, it's about taking on a lot of these big interests. For the first time, when we stood there, a group of us, and announced the agenda, including Elizabeth Warren, we talked about antitrust. Now that might sound like super boring, or maybe you're thinking Teddy Roosevelt, but this is taking on a situation where more and more companies have merged, so that we actually have 50% more mergers than we have had in decades, right? And that is consolidated power. And when you look at some of the things that have been happening to people, a lot of that is because they are losing their voice in this democracy. They're losing their voice because of Citizens United. And we should pass a constitutional amendment to...
They're so hung up on Citizens United. Yeah, she's sold out too.
It's everything.
You should tell her that.
Airlines to hospitals to beer. It's even in beer. When beer companies control,
is that right?
That's really serious stuff. When they control all the
They're hypocrites.
distribution line under them, that's a problem. And then something that I've been working on for years, which is the pharmaceutical issue. So Bernie and I did an amendment this beginning of the year, and we're now getting more and more people on our side to support this, to simply say, you know, in my state and in Vermont, we can see Canada from our porch, right? So how come that the drugs in Canada are half the price of what they are in America? That is wrong. We have the most expensive drugs.
That's true, we do.
Mean-spirited, to use the guy's words, mean healthcare bill, was AARP. And to unleash the guy charity. To unleash the power of 41 million seniors so that they can negotiate prices. That's going to make a difference for everyone. To allow for more competition in the drug market, drugs from Canada. To allow for more generics to get on the market. These are all things that we have to do, and so when we talk about a new agenda, it is not just taking the old ideas, it is actually coming up with some new ideas that stands up for economic justice.
New ideas, but they keep talking about Citizens United.
That's amazing. Jake, go ahead.
Can I jump in on that? So I think Chuck Schumer and the Senate Democrats have gone some of the way towards getting better, and so the new proposal has parts of it that I really like. The antitrust stuff is great. It's an absolute crime that we can't negotiate drug prices at Medicare, and that should be fixed immediately. And it shows the hypocrisy of Donald Trump. Oh, sorry.
Nope. Boo! He broke the rule.
But let's keep it real.
Make sure to have that breathing sound.
Obama didn't change that rule for 8 years. He didn't. He didn't. That's
right.
how we lost it. Okay? So, all right. So, to have your Schumer on the right road. Okay? I wish he'd get there a lot quicker. Pelosi says she's not for Medicare for all. Terrible.
I hate Pelosi too.
Oh, it's a bridge too far. For who? Obviously not according to the polling, the American people, let alone your own party, which is overwhelmingly over 80% in favor of it. It's a bridge too far for her donors. They say maybe your time has come and gone. She says, no, I still raise the most money.
That's right.
That's exactly what the problem is.
Right.
Okay, so... But mainly, it's never personal. But when I want to break down some of the myths that you see on TV, which is an establishment factory.
Right.
So when now all of a sudden Bernie Sanders is the #1 most popular politician in the country.
No, that would be Trump.
I was told over and over again that in the primaries, if someone is the leader of the Democratic Party, everyone else should step aside. Remember when we heard that? And now all of a sudden the establishment media, in cahoots with the establishment Democrats, tell us we need fresh faces. I don't remember them saying that about Hillary Clinton. I don't remember it was only a year ago. And I bring that up now because how come we need fresh faces when Bernie's leading, but we don't need fresh faces when it's Schumer and Pelosi?
Right. Get rid of them.
We'll be looking for that bill. But the party is facing a complete loss of trust and credibility.
Yes.
And that's where we are. We have
You think?
around the same approval rating as the one who shall not be named. So, is anyone even listening to the message, no matter how great it is, if we don't have the right messages?
So I do believe we need good, credible, and in some instances better messengers across the board. I will say that there's polling that supports that. I don't care how partisan people think we really are, how divided we are, folks are still watching television. That's why it's important for members of Congress and mayors and governors to get on television and talk about what the party is doing. We should also do Young Turks. We should also do people are still turning on their television. They're still watching TV. And so when all you're seeing on television is Russia.
I know. I'm so tired of it.
And Republican members and commentators like us who are on
Wake up.
talking about Russia, not because Russia's not I'm not saying Russia's not important, but
yeah, you did.
all the folks who are watching television, consuming it across the country get a better deal doesn't break through. You don't get to hear specifically about what the party is doing, what's going on. So that's when we have to be creative.
I know. Get over it.
So on and so forth. Look, I think Bernie's great, right? He's absolutely amazing. Y'all got Bernie.
Yeah. Enough with the Russia talk.
Be clear. I want to be very clear when I say this. The base of the Democratic Party is a hodgepodge of some really amazing people that we have not been talking about. We talk a lot about working people. There's been this big focus on getting back, quote unquote, those working class, I would read that as white working class voters that we lost in the election, quote unquote. Let me share something with you. America is brand new. By 2032, the working class in America will be majority minority. By 2040, America will be majority minority. So when we talk about winning back those voters that went to Donald Trump, be clear, only 8% of voters are voters that we refer to as Obama Trump voters. That's 8% of the electorate. That's still a really big number given everybody that voted.
That's
but
right.
That's not everybody.
Right.
So we need to talk about working class people, black working class people, Latino working class people, Korean working class people.
That's a great point. Absolutely. So you're still seeing the intersectionality of the Democratic Party.
not go away from the base. And what I see happening, do you see a tension though between speaking to working class voters of all races and genders and political persuasions and staying with the base? Is there a tension between those? Do you? Again, working class people are black too.
Yes, they are. Hello. And their jobs are getting killed by illegals.
Down County, West Virginia. It is one of the most resilient communities I have ever been to. It is also one of the whitest. To be frank, I'm also from Omaha, Nebraska, from one of those really rare places.
And that's why black and Hispanic voted Trump. They're working class and their jobs are getting taken by illegals.
Down County, West Virginia, have some of the same issues and are facing some of the same trials as folks from downtown Chicago, Illinois.
Right.
Like the economic issues cut across the board. Across the board, people want jobs. Across the board, people want better health care. Across the board, premiums are too damn high. Across the board, people want more competition in the markets. So we have to break down the rhetoric. But when we continue to play into this false dichotomy, into this false choice between when we talk to the working class people, again, when people say that, they're really talking about white working class people, or do we talk to the base, the social justice issues at the base? That's false. If we just talk frankly and authentically about the issues, we will break through. And I think that's what the party needs to do. So when the party goes on a tour across the country and brings no young people, brings no black women, that's a problem for me.
This is a full house, folks.
Here, and my big push is it's not just about the messaging. The party actually has to be a different party. But one thing that I see as sort of a consistent issue is when people say working class, frequently they are referring to the white working class, and even when they're not, there's an assumption that they are. Is there another, as a, somebody who does a lot of television and talks about white? Somebody's white. I say it didn't really sound exciting to us. And talks on television. Oh my gosh, is there another phrase? Is there a different language we can use to get out of this? Because it's something I'm very sensitive to.
All right, so I would go deeper than language. I'm going to double down on what Simone just said. Always brilliant. And I'm going to go like 10 steps further to maybe piss people off. Sorry. First of all, I actually make an assumption. Maybe I'm just a really generous human being. I've been accused of that. But I make an assumption that most leaders in the Democratic Party, and I won't name names, and some of the names who come across this conversation, if you ask them in private with a promise it would never be public, would say, hell yeah, I support Medicare for all. Hell yeah, I support it. The most radical things we can think, I actually think, this was my sense around same-sex marriage. That in fact our party's leaders privately were there, but they didn't think publicly they could support it. And so that's why they had to call it. And that kind of discomfort is what people sense that. They sense that you're not able to call it authenticity. You know, you feel it. And my sense of why that is, right, is not because, it is because of this sense that to be a legitimate party, to be a winning party,
You have to stop cheating.
we have to appeal to the middle. And I think that is defined in two ways. One is defined in a sort of pre-hyper-partisanship notion about swing voters who are disappearing by the day. And there's a kind of rational element to it. But also, let's be very frank, I think our politics exist within a framework of white normative hegemony, what we might call white supremacy, that the
Oh my God.
voters are white voters. You gotta agree. And so, all right, it's Sunday. That's all I'll tell you now. But seriously, there is we heard it in the, that all the people who voted for Barack Obama were not legitimate voters, right? We heard that critique, that attack, and there is some sense, I think, unconsciously, not often consciously, that if you did not win, if you did not win an election with a majority of white working class, just white voters, you didn't really win. That your vote, that your election is somehow less than, what do we want to call it? Legitimate, triumphant, right? And so I will say, look, if people have read the work of Steve Phillips, who I think is one of the best electoral political scholars in the country, there is enough progressive whites and voters of color for the Democrats to party going forward right now and into the future.
No, there isn't.
We don't say, right? African American, by far the most loyal political voting.
We voted 94%
but for instance, if we had African American turnout, just African American turnout in the last election, and forget Obama, it was higher under Obama, it was 66%, I think, but under Kerry it was 60%, and it was down under Hillary. We didn't prioritize that. We didn't care about that as much. And now all we talk about is wanting to go after Trump voters. Yes, of course, I do think if we stood for anything, we actually stood for things and had those values, and had populist values, I think those voters would come to us. But there's something in our psyche that says a legitimate party goes after those voters and doesn't proudly stand with the diversifying of this country and what this country actually is.
And as the brilliantly pointed out, African American voters also want to be able to have a job and provide for their families.
Exactly.
Bob, go ahead and get in here.
Several points. One, you're absolutely right about gay marriage. I was there, I dealt with it, and people privately would say, this is ridiculous. Of course I'd like to be for it. But it was being used as a wedge issue, and it was used brilliantly by the Bush campaign in 2004 as a wedge issue, and it's probably why they carried a rival. So politicians are kind of dealing with some of these realities when they do this. Number two, and maybe this will make me unpopular, I want to say something in defense of both Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi. When Voldemort first proposed his health care plan, you could have made a lot of money betting the landlords that there were going to be one or two Democratic defectors. And Chuck Schumer held that caucus together.
Well, of course they are, because they're losers.
And second, I do think there's sexism in American politics, and I think a huge amount of it is directed against if we win the House next year, and God, I hope we do.
No, you won't.
A huge part of the credit will go to her. And a lot of people who are members of the House and candidates would tell you that. She did, after all, lead the party in 2006 when we did take back the House. Number three, I totally agree with the idea that it is completely condescending to assume that the phrase working class means white people.
That is offensive.
Black working class people and white working class people have the same needs and the same anxieties. That's why in your state of Kentucky, there were all these people who had voted for Voldemort who suddenly said, wait a minute, he's going to try and take away my health insurance, and who got very, very upset by it. However, we do have to get back those white working class people, as well as black working class people, at least in the near term. If you're talking about 15 years from now, you won't need them. Now, as a moral matter, I think we should speak for them because they do have these needs, and they have been treated unfairly. There's a county in Wisconsin called Pepin County. Now, don't ask me why there's a county in Wisconsin, maybe Amy knows, because I think it borders Minnesota, named after Charlemagne's father. But that county voted Democratic in every single election since 1972, and almost voted for Georgia governor. It was carried by by the Don,
That's
by
fine.
24 points. Now, I think, and that leads me to my last point, I think that there is an alchemy, a chemistry in American politics where messengers connect or they don't connect. People wrote Bernie Sanders off 1%, gonna go nowhere, and boy did he connect with people from the very first time he stood on the shores of Lake Champlain and announced his candidacy. He connected. It's not in my view about where you're from or how much money you have. I mean, Franklin Roosevelt connected, John F. Kennedy connected. They both came from
Hillary
the
did not
establishment,
connect.
But people
Hillary did not
outside
connect.
the establishment thought and believed that they cared about them. I think our failure in 2016 was to convey the idea that we cared about these people. And I think in 2020, we have to make sure, and in 2018 for that matter, that people understand that we're caring about them and that we're fighting for them. If we do that, we'll win.
So, and fast food worker, all of which are low-paying, precarious jobs, and all of which are in danger of
They're
being
ready to talk.
automated, if not out of existence, significantly reduced. We already have a low-wage job crisis in this country. We are facing a jobless crisis in this country. What sorts of ideas are you and your colleagues thinking about to address what is a massive economic transformation on the level of the Industrial Revolution?
Thanks. Number one, increasing the minimum wage and increasing the minimum wage.
That's why there's increasing joblessness.
The Senate since the very beginning, it's an outrage. Number two, we have to make sure that as we see this change coming to the economy with driverless cars and everything, that we are training the workers not only for the jobs that we're going to see in the future, but the jobs we have now. Part of this is acknowledging that not everyone wants to get a 4-year degree right away. My sister didn't graduate from high school. She got a GED, she went and worked at a factory for a while, she then went and got a 2-year degree at a community college, and then went out there and got an accounting degree. That was her story, and it took a decade. And seeing these different paths is really important. And if we're going to ban the graduation rate, my state, we have a huge achievement gap between African American students and white students in our schools. It's an outrage. We have to start looking at every available job, many of which pay well, and make sure we're helping these kids to get into these jobs. We have not been doing well at that. Immigration reform. You might think, well, that doesn't sound like an answer when, you've got these kids that don't have jobs now. And when you look at the economy as a whole, our economy has been stronger because of immigrants, right? I stand on the shoulders. My grandparents were Slovenian, and by the way, one of my lowest moments of the year was I was displaced as the most famous Slovenian American by Melania Trump. It's true. She was actually born an hour away from my relatives.
Wow.
Every time I look at her, it's like looking in the mirror. So this idea of immigration reform, when you look at it, we have 25% of our U.S. Nobel laureates were born in other countries, right? This is ideas that came from people who were born in other lands. 70 of our Fortune 500 companies are headed up by immigrants. So this idea that that's somehow going to hurt our country, it has helped our country economically.
It's taking jobs from working Americans.
As well as new ideas that we're going to get forward as a country. So I think so much of this has been that we've been set in our old ways of looking at things as the world is changing around us. And we are going to have to make the case, and I just want to echo what Bob said here. It's very easy to be against people when they're in charge, but in this last week you saw something that I don't think anyone thought could have happened. We thought we were basically dead on arrival with that health care bill, and we held our party together in the United States Senate.
It's not that hard when there's so few of you.
To Bernie Sanders, and we did that, and we never wavered. And when you have that kind of unity on a common principle, it gets contagious. And while a lot of the focus has been on John McCain, and when he
I'm going to see if I can win.
made that vote, and let's not forget the 2 other women. Do you think that? It wasn't for us leading the way, and it wasn't for all of you getting out and going to those marches or getting to we have been through a resounding defeat in the last election. There's no doubt about that. But we have a way forward, and we are walking it right now. So.
One note from Kentucky before we start taking questions, on the question of can Democrats ever win again in Kentucky or West Virginia or Tennessee or these places.
Talk about the South.
We still have a Democratic Attorney General. Our Democratic Secretary of State, Allison Monaghan Grimes, is here this weekend. We still have Democrats who represent whole country in East Kentucky. So the Democrats can win in these places. We cannot give up on them. Let's go ahead and get the first question.
So I feel one of the politics, we're still defining America according to the 50s and 60s
definition of Norman Rockwell, June Ward Cleaver, that, when most women are running their own households, we're still defining a family as this, really kind of a nuclear aspect of, again, the Stepford wife, and the man is coming home and being,
he got robbed.
So this is one of the issues that's going on. So how do you all,
and they won't talk about it.
Really connecting when you're thinking in terms of the fact of, like the young lady said here, that, most women are out here.
I saw what happened in Nevada. It was disgusting.
They're young women or they're
cheating.
or even older women. Where are the WIA dollars? The workforce
Yeah, and she's sold out to Big Pharma. Did you know that?
I got the best passive-aggressive question for
Everybody's leaving. Why?
So where are those dollars nowadays? When, given the fact here,
everybody's fleeing. Why? You guys are leaving?
Who are living homeless year after year, decade after decade, are black women.
Everybody's leaving.
Single and elderly black women. Thank you.
Everybody is leaving the building. I don't know why. Why are they leaving? That's what I call media corruption.
And building up and working for Democrats and working on behalf of the party. I just think we need to be a little bit more vocal and clear about the things that it is we want from our elected officials. And y'all might be like, it's on the onus of the elected officials, but I also think it's on the onus of these communities. So when we showed up for healthcare and said, we do not want you to take our healthcare. We do not want X, Y, and Z.
That's what Obamacare did.
You're a low information voter, huh?
Why? Why am I low information? Why?
I'm just hearing all your comments.
Why?
You're kind of an idiot. Please don't film me.
You're being intolerant. That's your fault, not mine.
We have to be, because we need to silence your voice. Because you guys are the racists in the country.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
You guys are racist.
I don't wear braces. I wear glasses.
Yeah. 1 out of 4 voters voted for Trump. So what about the 3/4 of the country?
What do you mean 1 out of 4? He lost only 3 million on the popular vote.
50% didn't vote.
So it's not like it's unclear. It's not like a polling is unclear. It's not like
that's the bigotry of the left right there, everybody.
They don't want to hear it. So I think the onus is
and you're the KK of the right. KKK of the right.
Notice how he said he wanted to shut me down.
They're too busy saving Obamacare right now to fight for single payer. The day will come when people will fight for single payer. I think it is very unfair to Nancy Pelosi to say she's not for it.
Wow, feel the friction here. I know friends of mine, they're Latinos for Trump. Are you going to call them KKK too?
They're low information voters.
You sound low information. You said only 1 out of 4 voted for Trump. You just said that. That's
1 out of 4 voters voted for Trump.
This is how they treat people. You see that? That's right. Look at them. They're tearing each other up. Look at this, guys. They're tearing it up.
You guys tear each other up too. Republicans, you tear each other up.
They're tearing each other up. Look at it. Talk about Bernie getting robbed. You should go into the mic. Yeah.
Stop pretending. Stop. Let's stop pretending as though that our establishment entities across America have always just done what's right on their own. Like we would still be sitting in segregated lunch counters if it weren't for people who push our
like Republicans. Check it out, guys. They're tearing each other up.
It is not crazy to say.
There'll never be unity in the DNC.
People are just continuing to stand up and folks aren't listening. You have to continue to demand. At some point, they're going to have to listen to you.
They've continued to demand and people have rejected it.
Let me get Senator Klobuchar in here. I want to get Senator Klobuchar in here because we have one of these theoretical folks that you're talking about.
I think it's going pretty well. They all voted against it. They all voted against it. Remember? There was an amendment by a Republican. Steve Daines introduced it.
And what we have seen in the last few months, and you can
Nobody's talking about that.
contrast it with Obamacare and the Trump plan in Mint, or the Voldemort plan. But I've never seen anything like it. People coming up in parades with a child with Down syndrome, saying, you know, I've always been a Republican. This is my child. This is the face for healthcare in this country. Last weekend I met a pitcher and a catcher, 11 years old. Pitcher diagnosed with juvenile diabetes, catcher perfectly healthy. And the mom said, is this a lottery now? Are they telling me one of my children will live and one won't live? So while we can have the policy debate, and I would love to expand Medicare and look at maybe expanding Medicaid and doing that next. Right now, we have an obligation for those of us that are actually on the front line doing the job.
No, you're not.
To protect that pitcher, right?
She's trying to deflect the fact that she won't support it. She voted against single payer.
Stay on their insurance
voted
till
against
they're 26 years old, the kids, right? It means making sure we don't discriminate against people for pre-existing conditions. And it is not a perfect bill. I said that the day.
Do you think he supports single payer?
I don't want him to.
I don't exactly support.
What I'm hoping now is no matter what you see in the tweets, no matter what he says, that now that vote,
Trump is gonna. Do you think Trump is the answer? The billionaire from New York.
You're the only person here who says that.
to bring down those pharmaceutical prices. And if they
Sounds like you like Trump. Sounds like you guys like Trump a lot.
I know I do.
Yeah, no. I mean,
They're like
Why?
Like 25% voted for Trump, 26% voted for Hillary. Just because we don't have the gerrymandered states that you guys have.
What do you mean, you guys? I live in California. This is my state.
Well, we won our state, thank God. But
Voter
24
fraud.
million,
Voter
24
fraud.
million voters were silenced
No, they
by
weren't.
small states.
No, you weren't.
You
We
know,
have an
like
electoral
Montana.
college. It's not a popular vote. It's an electoral vote. You need to read your constitution. You sound like a low information voter, buddy.
The day that I
Low
went
information.
and filled out the bubble.
He's your
for
president,
Hillary,
buddy.
He's not my president.
Yes, he is.
He's going to be in prison pretty soon.
You live here, don't you? He's your president.
Yeah.
Let's not get thrown out before we ask any questions.
Oh, I know. I want to hear your question. I'm so desperate. I want to hear. Well, just in case, what did you want to ask him?
I'm going to ask the senator if she wants to prove that she's serious about the Democratic Party changing direction by either joining or supporting the Justice Democrats.
I support the Democrats. You're not going to ask about Big Pharma?
I would have had more time.
Goldwater lost a landslide election.
Fine if you ask about Big Pharma.
I'll do it. I'm going to ask why she voted against single payer. I'll ask her that.
They built a machine, they built a media machine, they built it based on a philosophy, not a bunch of little things they were going to do. It was
Right.
a simple philosophy.
Ideas.
Government doesn't work.
You're right, it doesn't.
And every time they've gotten into power, they've proved that point. But
It sucks.
the fact
Except for some things.
The fact is that we have not yet done that. We keep talking about the edges. The Republicans made up their mind not to deal with the middle, but to move
I've got two questions. Well, are you going to acknowledge that Bernie Sanders got robbed, and when are you going to prosecute DSW? And why did you vote against single payer for Amy? And he's not Amy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put my back on you, brother.
And the other thing I want to say is, Amy, why are you taking big money from Big Pharma?
what keeps the Democratic Party from
Probably you
believing
get to ask about it once before they.
I'll have to ask like three.
They probably won't let you ask more than one.
They're not gonna. They're gonna try. They tried 3 times to shut me down around here. I won't take it. Look at all the empty seats.
I believe strongly in the progressive revolution, and I would say, by the way, that since 1964, we have seen enormous progress in this country on a number of issues. Not all issues. We have a long way to go, but we've seen a lot of progress. The history you outlined is actually a little more complicated. The Republican reaction to the Goldwater defeat was, we have to go to some kind of mushy middle. And that's what Richard Nixon, much as we may not like him, that's certainly what he was in domestic policy.
He did.
He signed into law the Environmental Protection Agency.
He did.
He did a deal with Ted Kennedy and George McGovern to expand food stamps massively.
Yeah.
And it was
Nixon
only
is a big government guy.
with the coming of Ronald Reagan that the Republican Party became, and by the way, today Reagan would be a rhino. He'd be a Republican and name only names because this guy was in 64. This was a guy who was for immigration reform. Yeah. This was a guy who did.
Oh, I know, and it was wrong. Right, it's hurt us.
At a deeper level, I think you're touching on something very profound. What the Republican Party did not do after the little Nixonian detour, what they did not do was abandon the word conservative. Right. In 1960,
wow.
Richard Nixon used to say, you know, he was a moderate or liberal Republican. Liberal was a good word. It wasn't a bad word. And then Democrats got terrified of the word liberal, and to some extent terrified of the word progressive, and didn't go out and make that fight.
They're terrifying.
One thing I believe right now is that this is a party that will do this. And I think we can't look backwards through the lens of 2016 and form a circular firing squad and somehow or other see that as the way that we're going to win. I think we're going to win by standing up for our values. I think that what Senator Klobuchar
People rejected your
about,
values.
what Democrats are talking about is a way forward. It is what I said at the beginning. Economic justice and social justice that make the Republicans vote on it again and again and again. And if we get to single payer, I'd be thrilled. But I think probably the best way to get there is through the public option to start.
Oh, wow. More selling out.
Who's in line for a question? The next woman who's in line for a question, please.
I'm 16 and I'm afraid, I'm really scared that I won't be able to go to college because I'm not going to be able to afford it. What can the Democrats do to help people like me who are afraid that they can't go to college?
So the question...
That's a good question.
To answer this, the question was, I'm 16 and I'm worried I won't be able to afford to go to college. What are Democrats doing to make her college dreams?
Maybe deliberately. What time is
We can't
it?
just stay where we are right now, and that is why we have proposed with Elizabeth Warren's leadership a bill, right, that would make college affordable for everyone, and that is what we need to be doing. We have a situation where we made some changes, which were good when President Obama was in, to make student loans affordable for students like yourself who are coming in. There's so many students. It's right now the #1 form of debt for a lot of our seniors.
Yes.
Is actually student loans. Because they are either paying for the loans of their kids or their grandkids.
Right.
And so it is reverberating through it. Guys, see some hands.
Look at them all go. They're
Not
reading.
grandparents, maybe, but it's reverberating through our whole economy. So I think that is making it more affordable. Making the 2-year degree an option for, and not dissing that degree and giving it the dignity that it deserves. And I know that
By giving more of them out?
The 1 and the 2-year degrees, looking at the skills that as a 16-year-old, what kind of advice you're getting in high school. We found out that a lot of kids aren't getting the advice about what these loans mean and what your choices are. So they go to one school and they get this huge group of loans, and then there's no job in the field that they pick. You're doing pretty well for yourself now. But it's doing a much better. Remember all the career advice we used to get? That's been cut a lot in our education system. So it's doing a much better job in high school, getting in early to talk to kids about their careers. And I love the idea. I have a bill with Susan Collins. I love that I can name drop her name as a Republican today. But apprenticeships to make it easier for kids when they're in high school to start working at some of these places. And it's not just on the factory floor. It's all
I still see the Obama shirts.
That's what we need to do and take really a radical change. And one thing that hasn't been
Did you see that? There's an Obama shirt.
Governors across the
They're still living in the
country,
past.
when we look at leadership and how we can make our case, look at the difference between how Minnesota is doing economically under a Democratic governor and Wisconsin
Not
under
well.
Scott Walker. Okay?
Walker's doing much better. Wisconsin's doing better. Their job increases has been better.
Done here in California, right?
Amy wanted to compare Minnesota and Wisconsin, and Minnesota has a Republican legislator now.
And that's a lot to do with what we put in the governor's office.
I'm not going to say you would for sure. I think you have a chance at Hillary.
Look, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Let's put meat on the bones of that question. How do you make your case? Here's what you can do about your education. Free college education.
And who's going to pay for it?
We're the richest country in the hemisphere.
How are we going to? How are we going to pay for it?
Drug gradualism, right? But the reality is, it's $75 billion a year. That is, you can get 20 years of free college education for every child in America that wants it, for one cost of the record. So what they did, and here's how you get on that issue, is that you say, because of your damn war, we lost 20 years of the American dream. You robbed the American kids and their families of the American dream. And we're going to give it back to them.
And Obama did the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Obama robbed millennials of job opportunities and a strong economy.
I feel like a freaking moderate next to Jim, but you know, here's the challenge in all this.
So, you were going to ask her.
I was just going to ask Bother about Justice Democrats. Recording. You want me to say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to ask the senator if she was serious about the Democratic Party taking a new direction by either joining or supporting the Justice Democrats wing of the party.
And you're a Justice Democrat too. Okay. Go ahead. I know I'm not going to ask anything.
Let's look at free college. I prefer.
What if I ask you, what did you want to ask him?
I'm just going to bring up the fact that Klobuchar is the third most senator that takes corporate pharma money, and she is trying to be a progressive, and yet the number one progressive value.
She's playing a role.
Yeah.
She voted against single payer, didn't she?
She voted against what?
She voted against single payer. Did you know that?
Everybody voted against single payer.
Exactly. And you know who introduced it? A Republican named Steve Daines from Montana.
Yeah, he was doing it to divide them. It was a trick.
And it was a good trick, I think, because nobody wants to support it. It's not affordable. God bless Steve Daines.
Medicaid.
You think it's affordable?
Medicaid covers about 60 million people, and it costs the same as Medicare. Medicare is very generous. Look, Medicaid is bare bones. It's a bare bones program. It's not the greatest health care, but you know what? It's basic, and I think we all agree as Americans, you're a Republican, and I'm sure you agree, that we want to be sure that everybody gets covered. You know, and there's no gaps. And there's no gaps.
Well, this is my answer to that. The idea that the government is going to answer all these problems is a false start. They did a terrible job. The idea of everybody being covered.
No. I mean, the government takes care of the poorest people. Let's be sure that the poorest people are taken care of with a basic plan. And then you know what? If you have a good job, you make a lot of money, you pay for it yourself. You want better health insurance, you pay for yourself. But a very basic plan for poor people.
You support single payer?
No.
Neither do I. This idea of Medicaid for all, though, is a form of it because it's the government paying all the bills.
Well, I agree with that. I agree. I think that I'm not saying single payer. I'm saying
it is
a
single
very
payer.
Basic level of coverage for the poorest people.
Okay.
You disagree with that? Trump doesn't disagree with that.
I don't see that as a problem, but what we're seeing is government over Obamacare actually made it harder for poor people to get health care. Healthcare clinics are closing all over the country. I met a lady in Sacramento. The nearby clinic was shut down because of Obamacare. If we just back off and allow local control, state control, stop with this federalizing these mandates. The mandates and all the rules with it made insurance extremely expensive. Insurance companies liked it because it meant big money for their pockets at the expense of everybody else.
In my view, Obamacare is basically just a Republican plan.
I didn't support it. None of them supported it. Are you kidding me?
Mitt Romney. Firstly, it was written by the Cato Institute. And Mitt Romney
I'm going to need to see that because I don't believe you.
Mitt Romney implemented it in the state of Massachusetts.
And Romney sucks. And it was a terrible program, and it's getting into cost overruns. And Charlie Baker has had to cut funding for it. Sorry, dude.
I have a question. So let's say if Kasich or Rubio or establishment Republican
Thank you.
won the nomination, and then Bernie Sanders happened to win the nomination for the Democrats, would you still vote for an establishment Republican? Or
It really depends. For Kasich, no, I would not vote for Kasich. I'd feel like it was worse and worse. Kasich is a rainbow fascist. He would put me in a jail cell for not baking a wedding cake for a gay wedding. He said that. That is tyranny. I'm not voting for that. he would keep Obamacare because he pushed it in Ohio. The Medicaid reimbursements are too low. The cost overruns are outrageous. Look at Watchdog, Ohio. They're nonpartisan, by the way. They go after Republican and Democrat.
Let me ask you a question about the rainbow cake fascist. Would you? So the argument is you shouldn't force a private business to
provide a service
to somebody who's gay.
Anybody.
Let me ask you a question.
Anybody.
I'm going to ask you. Would you support a business refusing to serve somebody because they're black?
I'd allow them to do that. And you know why?
You'd support that?
I don't like it, but I'd allow it. Because that business would get shut down in probably about 10 days. The free market is a much better equalizer. Always has been. Why? A business is stupid to say to a black voter or a black business owner, I don't want your money. In the South, by the way, private businesses, by and large, were egalitarian. Business is about making money, getting the cash. It's the government that imposed those Jim Crow laws. And by the way, it was the Democratic Party who did. Republicans have been on the fight for civil rights from day one. Black U.S. senators were Republican at the outset. The first black U.S. senator in the recent times that was a Republican named Tim Scott.
Tim Scott, I know one of his senior aides.
Wonderful. I love him.
So would you don't want the government to force you to bake a cake for a gay person.
Or anybody.
Would you bake a cake for a gay person?
No, I wouldn't. And here's another part of the problem I have to explain to you.
Okay. What is this?
I have homosexual friends, by the way. I'm not gay myself, okay? And they know my views on natural marriage. I don't believe you're born gay. There's no science for it.
Okay.
Are you homosexual?
No.
Okay. You're a talent, though. That's great.
Yeah. All right. Good chatting with you.
Okay. I appreciate it. What's your name?
Greg.
So you're speaking at an event?
One of them.
Which one? I wish I'd known.
No, I'm not. My friend just gave me the pass.
Either way, you have a talent. I appreciate it. Bernie got robbed. They didn't mention that Bernie Sanders got robbed. Why didn't they talk about that? Damn. They didn't mention it. Did you see that? Nothing about the DNC ripping off Bernie Sanders. Nothing.
That's not what this panel is about.
But if they want to fix the Democratic Party, they have to fix the corruption, don't they? They mentioned it. Democratic Party robbed Bernie Sanders. I'm sorry. I'm a fast. Hey, Senator Klobuchar, right? Did I say it right?
You did. That was pretty good.
Okay, thank you. Isn't it true you're getting a lot of money from Big Pharma? Is that why you voted against the single-payer bill?
I think you better do your research.
But you are getting money from Big Pharma, aren't you? Okay, then why did you vote against it? Why did you vote against the single-payer provision advanced by Steve Daines?
Look at my FEC report.
Why did you vote against single-payer, though? You voted against the Steve Daines amendment. Why?
He just wants attention.
Look at that.
He's been on YouTube.
I'm allowed to ask these questions. You're a Democratic U.S. Senator, and you voted against single-payer. Stop blocking me. First Amendment.
You've been First Amendment.
Yep.
You're so funny.
You don't believe in the First Amendment? You don't believe in the First Amendment. You think the First Amendment's funny? That's what we're dealing with.
Excuse me. We all have to clear this area.
I don't blame you. I tried. I just want everybody to notice she voted against single payer and won't own up to it.
I love your red t-shirts.
Thank you.
You know?
I confronted one of them. I said, he's not my president. I said, you live here, don't you? You live here, don't you? He's your president. I asked a question. Some of the Democrats wanted to ask her. She voted against single payer, right? And she wants to fix the Democratic Party. And they wouldn't even confront the corruption. None of them. Bernie Sanders got robbed in the primary. Oh, we got to go, right? We got to get out of here.
You saw how they had 2 microphones, right? So
I went to one of them.
I know, no, but yesterday when you were complaining, it was, but when they were going to vote,
because they deliberately skipped over me. They gave 3. They deliberately skipped over me. Are you still hurt that I called out that the panel was biased? Yeah, you are. You're the ones who don't even ignore the fact that Bernie Sanders was robbed. So what happened is they called 3 people in the front line. I was the 3rd person, right? Then they skipped over to the back line. And I took over and I said, it's my turn. That panel was so biased. It had left-leaning or never Trumpers, and then Democrats. Nobody likes Trump. And so, of course, it's like, Trump sucks. And it's like, you guys are outrageous. You know, they're saying that it's the media versus Trump. And I said, Trump the media. Big time. Called out their lies, exposed their corruption. They said nothing about what happened. The media didn't record what happened to Bernie Sanders. I had to go to a private witness at the convention in Nevada. Did you see what happened to Bernie?
No, I'm a Bernie girl. I know.
I know. In Nevada, it was corrupt. It disgusted me.
I was voting girl too.
You voted for Bernie?
You know, to eliminate Hillary.
Oh.
In the primary. I
Gotcha.
I made the calculation here.
Oh, I'm sorry. We got to get the heck out of here. I'm going to get that pen. I'll get out of here. Thank you for your patience. Oh, let me join you outside. They didn't talk about it. Bernie got robbed. Uh-oh, the fire marshal. Are we okay? Sorry. I was there talking to the Democratic Party's talking about their future, and not one of them talked about how Bernie Sanders got robbed and how corrupt the whole primary was. And they don't understand why they're losing. Nobody trusts them. They're so corrupt. It's true, though, right? Bernie got robbed.
I agree with you.
That's a nice shirt. I had one of those.
Thank you.
Hey. Okay. So let me try to wrap this up. So there I was listening to how the Democrats are talking about where they go from there. And none of them talked about how Bernie Sanders was robbed in the primary. None of them talked about how their message doesn't resonate with middle America. None of them talked about how corrupt and elitist they've become, except for Cenk. Cenk Uygur, ironically enough, mentioned the corruption. And the corruption won't stop because they want to push the side of the government and they want to make it bigger. And they wonder why they're doing so poorly. I think the Democratic Party will collapse and they're going to have to form some other alternative in order to be effective. And hey, I'm not saying that the same thing might not happen to the Republican Party if they're not going to stand by their promises to repeal Obamacare, to expand the free market, and to ensure protections of all individual liberties. So, everybody, that was that. Let me put a...